Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The U.S. women basketball crushed Japan 102-76. Guess what, Ocho? They beat Japan by the same margin of victory that the men beat Serbia by 26 points. The United States began their quest to the 8th consecutive gold medal. They haven't lost a game at the Olympics since 1992, and the last time they lost to Japan was in 1976. The game was in Montreal. All 12 members of the U.S. team scored, unlike the men. Asia Wilson led the way with 24 points and 13 rebounds. Breanna Stewart added a 22 and 8. Chelsea Gray only had 2 points, but she had recorded the team high 13 assists. The U.S. Ocho, they got to do a better job of shooting the three. Japan got up 39. They made 15, but they shot 67% from the 2-point. Next up is Belgium on Thursday. Watching the game, Ocho, what you like about what you saw from the ladies as they dominated Japan start to finish?
The ladies, they just out there having fun. They out there having fun. Obviously, like you stated, and everybody knows, I don't think there's any competition for them. I think they are that much better across the board than everybody. Listen, the women's team is on a 56-game winning streak. 37 of the last 56 games have a winning margin of at least 20 points or over 20 points. I mean, all they have to do, and you said they need to shoot better from three. I think even if they don't make the threes, mid-range layups, anything on the board, rebounds. Nobody stands a chance. But watching them play and the joy that they play in the game of basketball with representing us, man, is a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Ocho, but see, here's the problem that you run into. All of a sudden, you let somebody get up. You only got up. They got up 19 more threes than you did. Now, they made 15. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you get one of these teams and all of a sudden they go 25 or 39. And you go 4 of 20 because the three ball is the equalizer. Those are why guys that all of a sudden, I don't need to jump out the gym. I don't need to be 7 foot tall because if I can make that, that's 3-2. Yeah, I make 3 of those. You got to make 3 2-point shots just to equal what I did in 2 shots.
Right.
So yeah, I agree with you. Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart only played 26 minutes, but they were dominant. 14 to 18 from the free throw line. And that's where the advantage that we have. And then we can come off the bench. You come off the bench with Brittany Griner, Kelsey Plum, Khalil Copper, Jewel Lowe. I mean, we just have so much depth.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing, what you just said. We have so much depth. And let's say just so happen, hypothetically speaking, they meet a team that's efficient from three. I think there's a switch that they can turn on and take things to an even higher level and play even more efficient than what they're doing right now. When you go into a game like
55% from the floor, 11 of 15, 10 of 16. Chelsea Gray was 1 of 5. DT only shot 1 of 2. She didn't put the ball up that much. Alyssa Thomas was 1 of 4. Brittany Griner was 4 of 7. Sabrina Netsku was 4 of 6. Jackie Young was 1 of 1. Kelsey Plum was 4 of 6. Khalil Copper was 2 of 4. Jewel Lowe was 0 of 3, but she had made 2 free throws. Yeah. We're dominant. We're big. You look at our girls. I mean, we go Asia's probably 6'3", 6'4". Stewie's probably 6'3", 6'4". Nafisha Collier. Nafisha Collier. Was she 6'3", and then you go 6'7" and a half, 6'8". Brittany Griner coming off the bench. Alyssa Thomas. We just got so much. We just have size. We got guards that can handle the ball. We can shoot the ball from the perimeter. Anescu can shoot the 3. Kelsey Plum can shoot the 3. We got a lot of girls that even Stewie. But our starters didn't shoot the 3. They were 0 for 4, 5, 6. They were 0 for 6. But they dominated so much inside. Because on what we have 37, we had 56 rebounds. They had 27. See, that's the difference in your ball game right there, Ocho. You get out rebounded by almost 30. You're probably going to lose by a wide margin.
Every time.
Congratulations, ladies. Keep the great work up. 102-76 over Japan. Go ahead, Ocho.
Before we leave, is there a team that you can think of that has an opportunity or a chance to even challenge the young ladies?
Well, I think they played Japan in the gold medal round for a couple of years ago, and it was close because they made the three. But if you're not making the three, because remember that's the neutralizer no matter what. Yeah. If you're making that shot, now everything is a level playing field. But do I believe that you're probably going to have to shoot about 60%, and you're going to need to get up 40 plus in order for you to beat these ladies. That's just me. Because we're too dominant inside. We're going to crush you on the glass, on the offensive glass, the defensive glass. Asia Wilson had 6 offensive rebounds. Brittany Griner had 4. They had 19 offensive rebounds. So to make a long story short, they had almost as many offensive rebounds as Japan had total rebounds.
Yeah. So is there a team you think that they're going to see that can even give them an inkling of a chance to give them a challenge?
I don't see it. I think they only beat Belgium. Was it Belgium that they played, Ash, in the World and the FIBA, and they won by a couple of points? But I don't think Asia was there at the time, and so a lot of the players that are playing now wasn't there then. Right. But I don't, Ocho, because like I said, although it is a global game, you don't see the international born players playing in the WNBA like you see on the men's side. Right. The men's side got 60 plus international players on NBA teams. Like I said, and there are no Lauren Jacksons. Lauren Jackson was the Seattle Storm. She won 3 MVPs. They won a title. Is that level of talent currently in the NBA on the international side? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Right.
But hey, I ain't mad. I mean, it used to be, for the longest time, the Asian companies was dominating and split, and ain't nobody feel bad for us. Get better.
No. Yeah.
you just got to step your game up.
That's it. None more, none less.
The playoffs are upon us. The best place to watch right there in person. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace for playoff basketball, which makes getting playoff tickets even easier and faster. Prices on Game Time app actually go down closer it gets to tip-off. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, the lowest price guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seat. The lowest price guaranteed or Game Time will credit 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying playoff basketball tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code Nightcap for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code Nightcap, NIGHTCAP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Steven Nedorozic, clutch pommel horse routine powers the U.S. to a historic Olympic bronze in men's gymnastics. The U.S. men's gymnastics teams won its first medal in 16 years. Japan took gold, China took silver. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I was reading, he was added just for this.
Yeah.
Because he's that elite on that apparatus. The difference between the men and the women have 4 events, the men have 6. The women have floor, vault, uneven bars, and the beam. And the men, obviously, they have the vault, they have the floor, but they have the pommel horse, they have the high bar, they have the rings, which is, oh my goodness. Yeah. The strength that they just play, that those guys, the upper body strength for that. Yes. And not being sacrilegious, but when you hold yourself in that cross-like pose out like this, you talking about the shoulder strength.
You talk about core and shoulder strength. Unbelievable.
Nah, I ain't holding myself out like that right there. Think about it. And I know that, Ocho, the guys probably, the heaviest one probably maybe 160, but you're talking about 135, you're talking about 145, but still, you think it's easy? If you weigh 145, take your ass outside and try to hold yourself up. You see.
Matter of fact, and forget having the rings. Try to do it on the monkey bars.
Gosh.
Try to do it on the monkey bars.
Yeah, I love watching gymnastics. I love the height in which they go on the vault. Simone Biles is when she do the flip, because it ain't fun no more to just run up there and just put your hands on the on the vault. Nah, you got to flip. You got to twist. You got to do like 3 or 4 things before you even get there. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Y'all, they've taken it to a new level, and the degree of difficulty, because that's what you're measuring them on. It is so high. I mean, even if she doesn't land it perfectly, nobody else can do it.
Yeah. That's what makes it special.
She's so great. She's competing. There are very few people that compete against themselves in the course of an event. She's competing against herself. Nobody else can do the moves that she does. They can't do what she does on the floor. They can't do what she does on the vault.
Right.
So if you're judging it fair, they're like, can anybody raise your hand if you can do that? No.
And listen, it's not. And the funny thing about it is, raise your hand and see if you can do this, but can you do it right in the one time where it counts?
Oh, no. I mean, think about it.
That's where the pressure comes. That's where the pressure comes in at.
I'm trying to think of the lady that did a Biles, a move, because she has 6 moves named after her in competition. Only one other woman has ever landed it in competition other than the woman that it was named after. Let that sink in for a second, Ocho.
Yeah, that's difficult, man.
Let's just give it, for example, let's just say in the course of a game, only one other person in the history of the game has ever made a one-hand catch in the game. That's what you're comparing it to. Not practice, in a game. She's the only person outside of Simone Biles to land this move in a competition.
Yeah, let alone attempt it. She actually landed it. Yeah.
So congratulations, ladies. The U.S. women's national basketball team. You guys win 102-76. Congratulations to the men gymnastics team, bringing home bronze medal, first medal in 16 years. Novak Djokovic beats Rafa Nadal in their 60th and possible last meeting head-to-head, 6-1, 6-4, the victory for Joker. The same place where Nadal won 14 French Open titles. You know, he's not the same Nadal. He plays such a physical game. The injuries have taken his toll. That's not to take regular Novak. He's the greatest tennis player ever, no matter what you think of it. A lot of people don't like he rubs them the wrong way. But based on what he's been able to do, he's beaten all the greats in their prime. He beat Federer. He beat Nadal. He beat Murray. I don't know. And he has, 24, 25 majors. I don't know how you can say he's not the GOAT.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest of all time. Based on who you ask.
Because if you look at all the guys that he beat, Nadal has over 20 majors.
Yeah.
Federer was graceful. He was, Federer, the Swiss maestro. But when you look at it, Ocho, Federer has 20 majors.
Yeah.
Think about how many times Joker beat him. Nadal has 21 majors. Think about how many times he beat him. So he's beaten them on their best surface. Bad is a grass. He's graceful. He's a swan. He's a ballerina on grass.
Right.
Joker beat him. On clay, Nadal has 14 great slams on clay of Roland Garros. Joker beat him.
Yeah.
So he's beating you. If I beat you on your best surface, you're in your
clay.
prime, I'm in my prime. I got more majors.
Yeah. Listen, those matchups are always good though. Anytime Joker and Nadal met up, especially in their prime, mind you, they played 60 times.
60, yeah.
They didn't play 60 times, and obviously this match, Nadal just needed hip surgery, not less than a year ago. So he's probably not even fully healthy. No. But again, they both had phenomenal careers, and Joker probably is the best. Probably is the best.
I mean, Nadal hits the ball with so much torque. He keeps core muscle. If you notice, every time he goes down, it's core muscle. It's a wrist injury because he's putting so much torque on the ball. But it was great to watch Nadal and Federer in their prime. It was great to watch I mean, let's sink in. If you go back and look at it, think about how few people actually won majors. You'll never see this again in any sport. 3 guys dominated. I mean, out of the last, 80 majors, they won like 75 of them.
Yeah, most definitely.
You get Del Potro, you get Depot, you get Tillich, you throw in Andy Murray.
Right.
That's it. Oh, and Stan Wawrinka.
Right.
He's a Swiss player also.
Now, the funny thing about it is when you think about all Joker has accomplished as far as accolades is concerned, I think there is one player that might have a chance to come close or maybe even surpass him, and that's Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep, Alcaraz.
I think Alcaraz is phenomenal in such an early time in his career. He just beat Joker maybe 2 weeks ago at Wimbledon. If I'm not mistaken. So he's a phenomenal talent.
Oh,
he's a phenomenal talent, and he's very young and has a long way to go. Yeah. And if he can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit for young bull.
Yeah, but and the thing is that but you look at Joker, he didn't have that intestinal fortitude early.
Yeah.
He reinvented himself where he would dig down. He would get down a couple of sets. He's like, I can't win. And he pack it up.
He'd pack it up.
No, not anymore.
Not no more.
Not anymore. I think it flipped for him. I think that was 2008 at the US Open. Fed had match point on his racket twice. Joker held him off. That was kind of the beginning of the beginning of Novak Djokovic. But it was great. I agree with you. To see these guys, we've never seen anything like it. I'm old enough to remember Bjorn Borg when he dominated on clay, because for the longest time, Ocho, all the surfaces were the same. You played on grass. You went down to Australia, it was grass. The US Open, it was grass.
Grass. Yeah.
The only difference in the surface was when you went to Roland Garros, the French Open, it was clay.
Right.
Now you have 2 hard courts, which is the Australian Open and the US Open. You have grass, which is Wimbledon, and you have clay, which is, Roland Garros. And so I'm old enough to remember the old guard, Borg and Vitas Gerulaitis, and you had Stefan Edberg, and you had Pete Sampras, and you had Goran Ivanovic. Yeah, man, you had Michael Steech. You had all those. I remember those guys. Oh, Courier, Chang.
Yeah, Michael Chang. I remember Chang. Yeah, Chang was nice.
Yeah, that was probably the glory. Now you had Joker, Nadal, and Federer dominating. They'd be like, well, damn. Yeah. My guy, because if you had to go through those guys, I mean, maybe you could man, I sure hope, well, maybe Federer can knock off Nadal, and then maybe I got a chance. But just think if you had to run the gamut and you had to beat 2 of those in a major.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It
happened, but it didn't happen often.
Yeah, it didn't happen often. It's tough.
Nadal certainly seems as if this could be close to retirement. He has had 2 injury-filled seasons. He skipped the French, which is his favorite surface, his best surface, because he was kind of trying to save it for this. He had needed hip surgery a little more than a year ago and recently spoke about 2024 being his farewell. Check this out, Ocho. American Ryan Murphy secured the bronze medal in the 100-meter breaststroke final at the Olympics Monday, but it was certainly the start, remember, 29-year-old swimmer. After the medal ceremony, Murphy walked the victory lap around the pool where his wife waited with the sign, "Ryan, it's a girl." He told reporters, "So I'm having a baby girl in January," and that was the gender reveal. To me, what we brought it, we both thought it was going to be a boy. Everything is going to be dedicated to a little girl. That's awesome.
That's live. Ryan Murphy, congrats, boss. Congrats. That's awesome, huh? That's awesome.
But I like stuff like this. I mean, they're going too far with the gender reveals. They're getting airplanes. I mean, come on, man.
But that's a creative one. That's a good one. It's a great moment. It's at the Olympics. You just won bronze medal, in a 100-meter breaststroke, and your wife reveals to you that you're having a girl. That got to be the greatest feeling of all time. Ain't nothing greater than that.
Right. So congratulations, Ryan, on the bronze medal, and congratulations on the healthy baby girl that your wife is going to deliver in January. Olympic swimming results in the 400-meter IM. Summer McIntosh the 17-year-old Canadian phenom. She won the gold medal.
17, man.
17. We got first. We got second and third. We won the silver and the bronze. It was their first Olympic gold medal of her career Monday night in a grueling 400-meter IM, touching the wall in 4 minutes, 27.71 seconds. The men's 200 free final, Popovich gold, Hobson bronze. What you call them? In the men's back final, who's that? How do you say that? Sacone, gold, American, and Murphy got the bronze. Women's 100-meter breast final, Smith gold, American King misses the medal by 0.1. Oh, that's Lily King. Oh, man. And the 200 free final, Australia 1-2 as O'Callaghan beats Tip. Oh my gosh. That's the shocker right now of Ariana Titmus. She's phenomenal in the 2 to the 400 because she just beat Kayla Ledecky in the 400, and that was her back. She went back to back. Oh my! I know. Yeah, I know who she is. I know what she represents in the freestyle at 2 and the 4.
Oh yeah, and the 2 and 4, yeah.
Yeah, but the Australians, they've been dominant. They've been they really dominant at this. Emma McKinnon. On the men's side, they used to have a guy they call him the Torpedo, Ian Thorpe. The Australians, they're great. They're great at swimming. They normally give the Americans all they can handle. She breaks Titmus' Olympic record in 2021 and misses Titmus' world record from last month by just 400th of a second. And Titmus, if she's young, I mean, she's only 23, right? Ariana Titmus. So, but the longer distances where Katie Ledecky will be favored, the 800 and the 1500 meters. If I'm not mistaken, she probably have the 30th fastest times in the 800 and the 30 fastest times in the 1500. But yeah, congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations, a dream come true. You work your whole life for this. I mean, some people dreamed of going to the Olympics and being on that stage, that podium, and hearing your national anthem play. And some of this has come to fruition, and some you got to stand on the medal. Nothing wrong with being the third best person in the world at an event. Yeah, everybody wants gold. Let's not kid ourselves. Everybody wants to be number one, Ocho. But if I give you everything I got, Ocho, I can't. Yeah. It's just like a football game, Ocho. And I used to tell Mike, I said, Mike, you know that guy got a check too? I said, if I go out there and give a guy if I give you everything I got, because I know what I put in it during the course of the week. I know the prep that led up to getting on that field on a Sunday or whatever the day it is. Get beat. I mean, what you want me to do?
Hey, you listen, you win some, you lose some, but anytime you can represent your country, Unc, and you can medal, you know you want gold. We all want gold. You put in 4 years worth of work to get to this point. Sometimes you can't win them all. No. But if you can medal, if you get silver, if you get bronze, man, I'm up there with a smile. Even if we all want gold. We all want to be number one, you know.
As long as you give it your best, as long as that man, if I'd have done this, as long as there's no I'd have done this in the back of my mind,
right?
You good, Ocho.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been some games I'm like, damn, I don't know why I tried that move. I don't know why I tried to rip. I should have just went arm over, or I should have did this. I should have, you know, you got that in the back. But sometimes, hey, dude covered my best route. 84, you got to win. Hell, I thought I was going to win. You thought I went out there to lose today? You thought I went out there to lose today?
Right.
That's a good one. You know what? I found out. Hey, I told my position coach one time. I said, BP. I said, you know what I found out? I found out them guys study tape too. You know that? We ain't the only one watch tape.
Yeah. Yeah, they get paid too. Yes. Same way.
As a matter of fact, BP, he make more money than me. Check this out, Ocho. Canada is appealing its 6-point deduction levied by FIFA against the Olympics women's soccer team. That stemmed from a staffer flying a drone over New Zealand's training session before the start of the Paris game. The Canadian Olympic Committee and Canada Soccer filed an appeal with the Court of Arbitration CAS on Monday, arguing it unfairly punishes the athletes for the action. They had no part in what goes on. Hold on, wait a minute. They were going to be the ones that benefited.
Yeah. They tripping.
Let me ask you a question, Ocho. Why you think the coach or whomever responsible for this was flying the drone over the practice? Do you not think they were not going to pass that information down to the players?
And they did, absolutely. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. But you know the funny thing about it, when I think about it, let's say if you do have information, you have drone information on what the tactics are and what they're going to do as far as practice goes. When I think about the game of soccer, I'm not sure what type of information you can give. It would probably help you. It would probably help in a sense, but you still have to go out there and execute. You still have to go out there and score. You still have to go out there and pass.
A lot easier if you know. Let me ask you a question, Ocho. Why do people rob banks? Because that's where the money is. If you were not going to get any information, why would you do it? It's the same argument that they used in Spygate. Well, you still got. Well, if you weren't gathering anything, think about how much time you spend your time on things you think they're going to run.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. How many teams you think that defensive coordinators devote time to the Wildcat now? None. You know why? Because they don't believe anybody's going to run it.
Right.
So if you're gonna go to the length that you're gonna take a drone to fly over someone's practice, Ocho, you believe you can gather information that's gonna help you at a later date and time. It's really that simple.
Right. You're right.
I mean, man, they stole the code. Well, why you stole the code? Man, I just did. Oh, you stole somebody's computer code. You hacked somebody's computer for what? For information.
Information, yeah.
There's something on there that you felt could be beneficial. If it's really that simple. So this notion that, you stole something or you did something that was, well, you still got to go out there and play the game. Well, it's a lot easier to play the game if I know what they're doing. Yes. That's why they kept doing it. Let me ask you a question, Ocho. Do you believe
they did it more than once?
No, I'm saying, do you believe Coach Belichick would have stopped Spygate had he not been caught? Would he have stopped it on his own?
I'm not sure.
Think about how much money Pablo Escobar made. They say Pablo Escobar was doing $1 billion a week.
Yeah.
At $52 billion a year. Why not just quit? I thought that's what you did. I'm going to retire. Make enough money. I'm going to retire.
You know what's funny?
You mean to tell me somebody's going to get that kind of information?
Yeah, you're right. You can't quit. You supplying 83% of the world.
And think about this, Ocho. You had already won 3 Super Bowls doing that. You not stopping.
Yeah. Well, I have a question.
Yes.
How many did he win after you couldn't do Spygate no more?
He still won. But here's the thing. That's like saying you get popped for PEDs, and it's like, well, he hit the home run, but he hit home runs afterwards. That still don't take away that you cheated before, though. We caught you that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ocho, you might not cheat anymore. You know what, Ocho? You might not have cheated, but we did catch you embezzling some funds. Now, you might have went on the straight and narrow after that, but are we supposed to overlook what you did before that?
No, you don't overlook it. But what it does say is, you know what? Well, you ain't even need to do no goddamn Spygate because you probably would have won them anyway.
We'll never know. We'll never. I mean, we won't. We can't.
We won't.
Because we can only go by the information that we have.
Yes, sir.
That's it.